Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, 24 minutes to 1 minute, speed up your research with Article Galaxy, in which we'll show you several ways on how you can save a lot of time in your research processes. Now, hold on to your hats because this entire webinar will only last 60 seconds. Okay, not really. I think you got the gist. We'll need a little bit more time to actually explain to you how to reduce your research time spent to 1 minute. But we value jokes here at Research Solutions. So we will actually cover a few ways on how you can reduce that time. We'll cover searching and accessing scientific content wherever you are, utilizing reference management systems to speed up your workflows, setting up an organization-wide collaboration system with your peers, leveraging reuse rights so you don't have to spend hours trying to figure out the permissions that you have, and also taking advantage of our integrated AI functionalities assisted by ChatGPT, which are accessible in beta. So joining me today are Karina Chavez. She's a product manager leader at Research Solutions. And then having just some minor technical difficulties is Chris Atwood, VP of Product Development, and he'll be joining any second as soon as his laptop actually lets him to. But we'll get started without him, no problem at all. And then my name is Julia Heeson. I'm the Senior Growth Marketing Manager here at Research Solutions, and I'll be moderating our conversation today. So a little bit about Research Solutions for the ones of you that aren't familiar with us yet. Founded in 2006, Research Solutions has been on a mission to simplify and streamline how organizations discover, acquire, and manage scientific articles and data. With a suite of innovative products, we are empowering researchers worldwide and transforming the way scientific information is accessed and utilized. I'm also excited to let you know, if you haven't already seen it yet, that Research Solutions has recently acquired Resolute AI, an advanced search platform powered by artificial intelligence and natural language processing, also called NLP. Now, I believe that Chris joined us. Good to know that the laptop actually ended up working. But now here, let me hand it over to Karina. I'll stop sharing my screen.
Thank you, Julia, I'm sorry. Okay, good morning, everyone. Hello, as Julia just presented, I am Karina Chavez, and I want to welcome you to this exciting webinar. Today, we're going to explore how to search and acquire relevant scientific information in a more efficient way than ever before. I'm a biotechnologist, and as an active biotechnologist in the research field, I understand how crucial it is to access valuable information in a fast and an easy way. That is why I'm here to introduce you to a tool that has completely transformed my research process. The tool that I am going to talk about today is the Article Galaxy browser extension. I am going to share my screen in a bit, but I want to add that for me and for many of my colleagues in the research field, this extension has really streamlined the way that we find and acquire scientific information. Just imagine that with this tool, you're able to directly obtain relevant information and also organize it in a way that can facilitate easy access and sharing with your team. That's exactly what the Article Galaxy offers to us. So I'm going to start with the installation process. It is very simple. You can head to your Article Galaxy platform. Let me share my screen. And let me know if you can see it. Just give me some thumbs.
Yeah,
can you see? Okay, perfect. So it's a very simple process. You only have to go to your Article Galaxy platform in your account, and you will go to the extensions section. Here, as you can see, we have some other apps. This is the browser extension, and this is being installed once you click the Add to Browser. The browser extension from Article Galaxy will automatically detect the type of browser that you are using, and it will install it directly. Okay, so I already have it installed in my laptop. So now that I have installed it, we can search for any information, any topic of interest directly from our browser. So let's see. For example, I am very used to work or to search for information using PubMed. As you can see, I already have some results over here, but I'm going to go to the PubMed main search. So here is PubMed. I have my browser already installed, and I will only need to type my search. In this case, we're working on some project using the Wills tumor gene. So I'm going to look for information related to this gene in cancer. So this is the type of research that we're doing right now. So as you can see, the browser extension is going to show how many items are being found in this search. And with just a click, I can look up for the type of access that I have for them. So I'm just going to sign in. And as I just shared with you, this browser extension will automatically identify this relevant scientific information and will allow us to request access with just a single click. It's super fast and super easy. It's a very efficient process. So it's taking a little bit of time. I think it's my computer. It's been pretty slow lately. So let's try again. Meanwhile, it is loading. I can show you another way that we can look up for scientific information with this browser extension. For instance, if I am looking for information in the web, let's see here in Google. Okay, as you can see, even in Google or in any search engine that you are using, the browser extension is able to fetch the information, the scientific information that is found in that web page. I am able to like in PubMed, just click here in the access full text in Article Galaxy, and it will prompt the pop-up window with information of the relevant scientific information that I've just found. Also, I'm going to try to restart it, guys, because I think it's my. Here's some windows, and let me try. Also, taking advantage that it is loading. Also, one thing that we can do is, for example, if I am very eager to use Google Scholar, for example. I will search for the same topic, WT1, vaccines. And we are able to fetch the information directly using the browser extension, or even though the browser extension doesn't prompt the results to fetch, we can select the information from a given web page and just click here in the icon, and it will paste. As you can see, it will paste the information of the citation or of the scientific information that you want to have access. And you can just click here in order full text for the items below, and it will get information for you, and it will be retrieved directly here on your orders on Article Galaxy. So just like that fast, that easy is the process that we can do to find information and to access and acquire it through the browser extension. So let me go back. I don't know why. Maybe it's some issue with PubMed because it is working the right way over there. Let's give it another chance. It might be a PubMed issue. either way, I'm going to go over here, and let me show you a bit of what we can do with the browser extension. Let's see. Besides doing this copy paste and ordering the information, we can also save the citations on our like citation list. We can also share this information via Article Galaxy, open our references in a bookmark, or even export the citations in a suitable format for us to cite. And as you can see, you can also visualize the type of access that you have for the specific item that you are interested in. In case that you are interested in accessing this first result, which I can look up for more information in the abstract, and I can have like more information in the description. You can select the article, and then you can click just order article. You are going to get the process of the article onto your QE, and you will also get the access through my orders in Article Galaxy, just like that. Okay, so besides that, it's not all the browser extension can do. We can do more stuff. And I want to highlight 2 additional features that make the extension even more powerful. First, it provides us with a check on content reuse policies for the information that we acquire. This is essential to ensure compliance with information usage requirements. And second is that Article Galaxy can help us keep our research organized. It also includes a section for reference, and we can store there and we can categorize there the information that we are gathering. This is very valuable for us regarding when we are citing for reports, or we are citing resources, or we are collaborating with colleagues. And additionally, we can add tags and comments for even an easier access. So in order for us to have a deeper insight of the features that we can have like merge with the functionality of the browser extension, and we can learn how to make most use of Article Galaxy, I would like to introduce to my teammates, Chris Atwood. He will guide us through everything that we need to know regarding these reuse rights. So go ahead, Chris. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Perfect. Thanks, Carrie. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to meet us. I think we have been experiencing a few different technical difficulties this morning. I couldn't get online earlier, and now I am here, so I'm glad to be here. And Carrie was having some issues with some of the browser extension and her computer, so my apologies. I'm Chris Atwood. I head up our product here for Article Galaxy. Today we're talking about 24 minutes to 1 minute in saving time, and Carrie introduced you to the browser extension that we have, and saving time when you're out there on the internet discovering articles, looking for articles, using our system to easily find that stuff and acquire that content. I want to show you a few other ways in Article Galaxy how we can save you some time doing different things, really going from that 24 minutes down to 1 minute. And that's really the theme here today. So for those of you that are familiar with Article Galaxy, you'll be familiar with the dashboard here. This is a standard home page. I want to talk today about some things in references specifically, and we'll bounce around a little bit, really showing you how to go from 24 minutes to 1 minute and doing different tasks within Article Galaxy. So we're talking about workflows that you may have, or your users may have, or people may have. And we're looking at ways that Article Galaxy can really reduce time to achieve certain tasks, certain goals. And one of the ways that we can do that, and it's a pretty simple way, is through our My Orders section. So if you come into our references tool, you'll have a My Orders section. any articles that you acquire through Article Galaxy will automatically flow into this My Orders section. And we'll talk more about what you can do with this sort of stuff, but with Article Galaxy, if you leverage the tool that Carrie was showing or use other tools within our system to acquire that literature, everything flows into this one place for you. So you don't have to check your email to go find that PDF, or if you acquire things online in different ways, take that PDF, save it somewhere, and then, oh yeah, that's right, that's in Google Drive, or it's in my SharePoint storage, or wherever it is. With Article Galaxy, it's one place, it's seamlessly organized. You'll automatically get information like title details and abstract information along with those records as well. So you'll see that stuff all right within your My Orders, saving time, really going from that 24 minutes down to the 1 minute point. Another area of time savings is company PDF libraries. So a lot of organizations will have PDF libraries within our systems. And you could probably see my system's actually slow this morning too. So I'm not sure, all sorts of weird technical issues. But what we can do from a 24-minute to a 1 minute perspective with a company PDF library is build out this entire library for your organization. So anytime any users are ordering articles within Article Galaxy, everything will flow into this one folder and be available to your entire organization. So no more saving PDFs in Google Drive or in SharePoint sites or on your local computer. Everything is in one place. Users can come in, they can search for stuff that your organization has, find those items. The beauty with Article Galaxy is it will automatically detect it anyway. So even if it's in here and a user tries to order, say, this article right here ahead of time, the system will automatically flag them, say, it's already owned. Here you go, here's your article. So the beauty is that stuff just flows in automatically, really creating this system of record for your organization, but saving users time from trying to find things, or, hey, do you have this article? Or obviously making purchases and things that you don't need to make because you already have. We're going to talk a little bit about reuse, and we'll talk a little bit about copyright in a second. That all plays into effect with all this sort of stuff, but it's all about saving time, 24 minutes down to 1 minute. So with those two things in mind, these PDFs are all flowing into one place. Another great area to save time, 24 minutes down to 1 minute, is within folders. So within Article Galaxy references, you can easily organize and even collaborate around that literature. So saving time by automatically getting these PDFs into a place, PDF library or your history, and then you can very easily take articles from within these PDF libraries or order history and drag and drop them into folders you create. So it's an automatic sort of easy way to organize your stuff, saving you time from where did I save those PDFs? How do I have them organized? Maybe in Google Drive or in SharePoint. With Article Galaxy references, you already have it all in one place. There can be things like permanent links to these records. So okay, I can easily get back to them if I want to. It's a real simple way to do that. And it's really all about saving time, keeping users organized, keeping content in one sort of system. So really simple, really easy to do. Throughout this, throughout Article Galaxy, if you select on an item, you'll see details of those items. You'll also see some integrated reuse rights information. This is another area that we save users time, really going from that 24-minute down to that 1 minute. Anywhere that there's a citation in Article Galaxy, you'll see that check reuse information. And this information allows users to really see how they can reuse content. So no more navigating to a third-party website, having to log in, figure out how can I reuse these articles. It's really just as easy as a simple click on this button. That information will load right up on the screen, and then the users can see, oh, okay, well, here's how this article can be used for different purposes. So sometimes you have to submit an article for a regulatory reason, or in this case, a good example is it's not available for medical affairs use. How do I use that item? Article Galaxy is pretty intuitive. If you select it, it says, if you need to reuse this article, there's the price right here. You order it and you're on your way. So it's really saving time. by showcasing that reuse information straight away in the browser, not sending a user away to another site to figure all that out or contact someone internally to understand, how the copyright of things and this sort of stuff. So real seamless way, real easy way to kind of bring that time down from really from 24 minutes down to that 1 minute time period. So I want to show you some other ways to save some time, and it's really related to some of the artificial intelligence stuff Julia was speaking to earlier, and some recent integrations we've done with Semantic Scholar and ChatGPT and this sort of thing. Let me bring up a different article here. I think Carrie and I were experiencing some issues with PubMed this morning, so let me grab a different article here. I'll go to my library and I will grab, maybe we'll grab this item here. Oops. Grab this right here. Actually going to get this DOI out of here. So I'm gonna bring this item up. And what I'll show you is some time-saving features for getting information like summaries of articles. So often when you're searching, you can get abstract details from articles. Sometimes that doesn't exist. With Article Galaxy, you'll see AI summaries of the articles. This is powered through a partnership we have with Semantic Scholar. And it gives you a good overview of the article, and it gives you some key information about the article. And the goal is to help provide users more information to make these purchases for articles. So if you're not sure if this is the right article, you can use these summaries to say, okay, yeah, I am interested in getting this PDF. We also have this integrated ChatGPT feature. And what we do is we can get these reviews of articles through ChatGPT to learn more about these particular articles. ChatGPT will do its math and then it'll send back the review of the article. Obviously, we're running into some slowness here this morning, but we'll get that review back and then we can learn about the article a little bit more. And then take that information to determine, is this an article that I'm interested in or that I want to acquire? ChatGPT uses really the power of the internet, lots of different sort of sources to create these reviews. And then you get the review of the article. And the goal is to help give more power to the user to make those decisions around article purchases or acquisition, things like this. You can also do things like look at ChatGPT key findings of the articles, taking a few seconds to load this data, but it gives the user more information and maybe some additional insights into these papers, really to reduce that time down of article acquisition and doing it all within one system and with one platform. So we have these tools to give users more power when it comes to the discovery of literature and then the acquisition of that literature within all within Article Galaxy. So the idea is really to showcase you a few different items within Article Galaxy to really show you some ways to save time, bringing that down with a theme of 24 minutes to 1 minute. Article Galaxy is a great tool for helping users discover, acquire, and manage scientific literature. And really the things I wanted to showcase to you were some of the tools to save you some time. I'm going to hand it back over to Julia, and she'll have a few more things to discuss, and then we'll open up to some Q&A. I see some questions already coming through.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, Carrie and Chris, for showing us these ways to save time. Yeah, just a couple of quick things I want to share with you, and then we'll open it up to all the questions that I already see. So if you like what you saw so far, and there's something, maybe you already have Article Galaxy, but there's some features that you saw that you don't seem open for you yet, you can either reach out to your account manager and ask for additional information on how to get that unlocked, or if you don't know who that is, you can reach out over researchsolutions.com/sales, and I'm adding the link in the chat right now. So if you head over here, you can fill out the form, and then it'll directly connect you with your account manager, and you can directly book a time on its calendar and on your calendar. And also, if you don't know Article Galaxy yet, you can ask us for your free trial. You can play around with all the options, and also definitely ask us about that ChatGPT add-on, which is available in beta, but we can make it available for you even in the trial or in your Article Galaxy account. No problem at all. And then just a little highlight of additional webinars that we have coming up. I'm also adding a link in the chat right here. So we have quite a lot of content always going on here at Research Solutions. So if you want to head over to that /webinars page, you'll learn all about upcoming webinars that we have. One going live next week, where we're partnering with Springer Nature and Wiley on 10 copyright misconceptions and how to get it right in research and reuse. Big topic. So if you want to learn from the top experts out there, definitely join that one. Okay, now opening up to Q&A. I'll stop sharing my screen because we'll probably want to share the screen of Article Galaxy again here in a sec. Okay, first one is, will the recording be available? Yes, the recording will be available. I'll send it out right after the webinar is over. So you'll all be able to rewatch or share with any colleagues that you want. Okay, the next question, I think this is for you, Carrie. Will the extension work in Ovid Medline?
Sure, I'm going to share my screen just to like make a live example. Okay, this is just like an example of how it could look on Ovid Medline. You can perform a search, and even though the browser extension may not show you the pop-up here of the articles that are found, you can request information just by selecting the information over here and click. As you can see, I have the icon of the browser extension here in my bar, in my search bar, and you just click there. And it will paste it directly as an order request for our system. Once you have that information over there, you can click here and it will start the process of the order that you're interested in acquiring. So yes, it can work there.
Awesome, easy peasy. Great. Okay, next question, still for you, Carrie. How can we get that tool in the search bar?
Here, it will install once you start the installation process for the browser extension. You can have here.
Sorry, Carrie, you're not sharing your screen anymore.
I'm sorry. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Well, once you have installed the browser extension, it will show here, but you can go here on your extensions icon and you can pin it. You can unpin it or you can pin it, and it will show like directly in your search bar.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'll post a link here in a second to where you can actually find the browser extension if you don't have it yet. Awesome. The next question is related to you, Chris. Are you saying that if the company already owns the company PDF library, that when various search engines are used, Article Galaxy will tell the user that the company already has it? In brackets, it says, AKA prevent reordering or getting it from search.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty. I was kind of looking through some of the questions. The beauty of Article Galaxy is, it's a unified platform that will automatically queue users if you already own things. So if you're out searching wherever it might be, Google Scholar, PubMed, Embase, whatever tools you use, SciFinder, and you find an item and you say, oh, I want to get this from Article Galaxy. Article Galaxy will automatically recognize that and say, yep, here you go, here's your article. So it does all of that automatic. Then you can also do things like search the library if you want directly. So yeah, that's one of the biggest upsides for sure.
Awesome. What is the benefit if compared to EndNote? In EndNote, you can also store and share references and collaborate with colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, such a great question. And, EndNote's a powerful tool, been around a long time. There's a few other reference management tools out there similar to EndNote. There's definitely lots of upsides to Article Galaxy Reference when compared to EndNote. In EndNote, you can store PDFs, you can store literature, you can do lots of different things. In Article Galaxy References, those PDFs automatically flow in. That's a big difference. You don't have to drag and drop or add things or remember that, oh, I got that PDF, I need to put it in. Automatically, they just flow into places. And then from there, you can easily organize. Article Galaxy Reference is also designed as an enterprise tool. EndNote has some of that functionality, but Article Galaxy is specifically designed to be only accessible to your organization, and there's some security rules and things like that for these sorts of things. There's also some different functionality within Article Galaxy References that you won't find in other tools like EndNote. We do some things with like bulk exporting, we tag differently, we have something called custom fields. So really great question related to EndNote. I think if you haven't had a chance to take a look at references from a deeper perspective, do that, set some time up with your account manager or one of our reps, have them walk you through. They can really show you the key differences and show you kind of some of the main potential values from moving from a solution like EndNote to references. So great question, but those are just a couple differences for sure.
Yes, good question. And thank you so much, Chris. And yes, absolutely. We could like a complete hour just talking about Article Galaxy References. So yeah, definitely book that time under the /sales link that I added in the chat earlier, and we'll connect you to the right person.
Yeah.
The next question is, where in the process does the ordering get managed? I'm not seeing it, that there's any pricing prior to requesting the article.
Yeah, great question. There may be something more to understand what's going on there, because you should see pricing. You probably saw some of the examples that Carrie and I were showing, and there were some examples where there was some pricing. We were running into a couple technical difficulties this morning, so just a slew of weirdness this morning with us. I think it's probably our internet and or computers, but you should see pricing. If you have an account where the administrators asked to have pricing off, that is possible. It's not really that likely, but maybe there's something going on with your configuration. So reach out to us. Let's take a look. The vast majority of accounts will automatically see pricing. So might be something going on with your account or something set up there.
Yes. From the side of the browser extension, I would like to share my screen. Now it has loaded. So let me show you a bit. It relates to the pricing or the type of access, and also relates to if you already have it in your collection. So you can see it both on Oracle Galaxy and also here in the browser extension. Here I fetched the results that I found on PubMed, and as you can see, you can visualize the type of access that you may have for that specific item, and you can also visualize that here was the if you have to pay, if you have to pay to access it through buying or to rent, or if you already have it in your library collection, it will show directly here in the browser extension too, to make it easier, to make it faster for you to make decisions on acquiring the information. Yeah.
Thank you, Carrie. The next question is Article Galaxy completely cloud-based? With EndNote, we have the problem that you need to download the whole article library on your laptop in order to search for literature inside the EndNote library. It would be great if my colleagues could use a cloud-based solution in order to not have to download everything.
Yeah, so Article Galaxy is completely cloud-based, so everything literally lives in the cloud, and you don't have to download anything. You don't have to, all these things kind of happen automatic. As far as searching goes, you can search across lots of different variables within the tool and things like this. One of the beauties is if you create a folder and you say, well, I now need to get these PDFs, we have a function where you can get those back very, very easily. So everything's cloud-based, real easy, simple to use. So yeah, no downloading locally, storing on your computer, that sort of stuff. Only if you want to. Yeah, great question.
Yes. Okay, I see 3 more questions here. If any last minute questions come up, this is a perfect time to add them. And of course, if any questions come up later throughout the day, you can reach out at any time. Does the reuse UI integrate with my annual copyright license?
Yeah, that's another great question. I found we get a lot of really awesome questions on these webinars. So the answer is yes. We integrate with if you're familiar with things like a reuse license, these are licenses you can get from different agencies throughout the world. The US has one called the Copyright Clearance Center. There's one in the UK called Copyright Licensing Agency. Our systems integrate with those through various means, obviously things like API, that sort of stuff. So we can call those places and get results straight away right in a single unified place. And that's the upside that I was really trying to showcase today is do all of those things in one place, saving time. So yes, is the answer. Great question.
Yeah, thank you. What version of ChatGPT are you using, and is my personal information being shared with ChatGPT?
Yeah, great question. And we're working on getting some additional information related to AI out to the public and what we're using and what's being shared and what's not being shared. But the bottom line is we're using ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo, I think is what it is. It's one of the latest publicly available versions. We are not sharing any information about personal information, company information, nothing like that. It's a direct integration from our system to OpenAI, and your organization's information is absolutely not being shared. We know how important that is to not, to keep all that sort of stuff kind of, behind the scenes. So that doesn't happen for sure. So yeah, none of that goes out publicly. The only maybe thing to note is if there was an article you're interested in and it mentioned your company name in it, that information does go to ChatGPT, but we don't provide any data from our side about who you are or who your company is or anything like that. But yeah, great question.
Yes, awesome. And we did receive some follow-up questions. So here's one more question comparing EndNote with Article Galaxy. Yes, this is great. So this question is, right now we use a field called label in EndNote in order to number our articles. We then make citations in Word. Can you also use such a field in Article Galaxy, and can you directly cite in Word? For EndNote, there's an add-on in Word where you can directly insert citations.
Yeah, great question. And we both Carrie and I were really trying to scratch the surface of some things to save some time today. But there's a whole heck of a lot more that we didn't go into, especially when we're talking about Article Galaxy references and managing literature and even doing things like writing articles, new literature or new information. And we do have a Word add-on, so you can connect directly to that literature that I was showing straight into Word, write your article, and then one click automatically cite those articles as well. So that's something to reach out to us. We can give you a quick demo of that, show you how it all works and how easy it is to use. But really good question.
Yes, awesome. Okay, last one I see right now. Can you make RIS files to import in Boss Viewer and SiteNet Explorer to see domain and do some trend analysis? And are those two analyses already incorporated in Article Galaxy?
So, I think there's a lot going on with this question here. As far as RIS files, yes, coming in and going out of Article Galaxy references. As far as trend analyses and some of the stuff that you're asking, I think this is probably one of those questions that we may want to sit down and learn more about your needs and see what we can do today, and then maybe what we could do in the future. But I think there's probably a lot in there to dive in deeper on.
Yes, sounds good. Okay, it looks like we've got all questions answered. Thank you so much, everyone, for asking us all about this. And as we said, if you want a more in-depth demo about something specifically, or any additional questions come up, you want to share this with any of your colleagues, feel free to reach out at any time with the links that I shared previously, or hit reply to the email that I sent about this webinar, and then we'll be happy to follow up. And I do see, I think, last questions following up here. Okay, perfect. Last one before I officially end this. Are the ChatGPT functions that Chris shared add-ons to our license, or is it included?
Yeah, great question. And I should have mentioned this as I was kind of walking through this sort of stuff. The ChatGPT functionality is in beta right now. It's available to anybody that's interested in this. So I think, Julia, we can see who this person is, so we can follow up on that and then get that enabled. Right now, it's kind of just, we're turning it on for people who want to try it out, see what it's like, and then we'll make sure that things are good and everything's working and getting feedback, and then we'll open it up to a much broader audience. But if you're interested, let us know and we can kick that on your account. So yeah, really good question.
Yes, great. Okay, now that was the last one officially. Well, and everyone, thank you so much, Chris and Carrie, for showing us how to reduce that article spend, articles time. You know what I mean. Now I'm losing my train of thought here. Reduce your research time to 1 minute. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you know where to find everything, play around with it, then we're sure you'll be actually able to reduce it down to that 60-second mark that I made the little joke about in the beginning of this webinar. Great. Well, have a great rest of your day or afternoon, and see you on the next webinar.
Thanks, everyone. Bye all.